Na bila shaka naomba ni turegeshe kule bungeni ambapo kuna kikao ambacho kimekuwa kikiendelea tangu asubuhi ambapo wakuu wa usalama wamekuwa kihojiwa kuhusiana na mauaji ya Albert Ojwang ambaye ni mwalimu aliyeuawa, mwalimu ambaye alikamatwa katika kaunti ya Homa Bay na kuletwa hapa jijini Nairobi ambapo alitangazwa kufariki baada ya kufikishwa katika kituo baada ya kukamatwa na maafisa wa polisi na kupelekwa katika kituo cha Central hapa jijini Nairobi. Na muona pale IG na vile vile Mohamed Amin wakihojiwa tu asikize.
I've stated very clearly. Why is it that this OCS prepares and dispatches such an information? What was his interests? So it is on that basis that the DCI has mentioned. And on my part, and on behalf of the National Police Service, and to the people of Kenya, yesterday I said, I'm very sorry for that initial information that was provided to the people of Kenya. I still remain sorry, and the National Police Service remains sorry for that. That is our position. Number two, this is about the DIG stepping aside to allow for investigations. Only this one. There is an ongoing investigation by IPOA. And in these investigations, every person whose name will be mentioned is to have played any role that led to the death of the late Albert Ojwang must record his statement, must show his side. And it is on that basis, I believe, if the DIG is going to be mentioned, then definitely he will write the statements, and I believe it's on that basis that now he can be able to step aside to allow for that completion of that investigation. My submission, Honorable Chair.
Kangara's question? Did you ask a question? Okay, just before you do, I think kindly members, it's already a 15:15 midday, and we still have IPOA, and I believe that we need to at least have a bit of report ready to be all in the house. So let's have another round, starting from the senior counsel, Kaluma. We go to Kangara, and our brother, who I think, did you introduce yourself even? Okelo.
Honorable Chair, honorable members, my name is Jared Okelo, Member of Parliament for Nyando constituency. I am here as a friend of the committee who asked on behalf of the Kabondo Kasipul Member of Parliament the questions that have necessitated the presence of the officers here. I thank you.
So, Liz Chelule.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. And sorry for coming late. I am Liz Chelule, County MP, Nakuru, and committee member.
Let's have a question from the three members. Kaluma, Kangara, Gerald, do you have a question? Of course. Then I think we'll be trying to, let's go to be a bit precise.
Chair, the gravity of this matter cannot be overemphasized. It's a very serious thing and overwhelming. And my prayer would be that the National Police Service takes it as grave as we do and as Kenyans do. And therefore, Chair, I wanted to request that where you mentioned to us, police officers who could have handled this Kenyan in any way, let us get their service numbers. This is in respect of all arresting officers or any of these officers, even the OCS Talam. We don't have their service numbers, so provide that. Also, Chair, where we have any references to documents so that we are able to, reconcile times and who could have been involved, let us have those records. Whether it is OB, let us have those records remain here permanently so that we can seal any material coming forth during the process of these investigations from, any possible claims in future of interferences with the records. Honorable Chair, allow me therefore to ask the following now direct questions. We've been told that several officers were tasked to do this thing. In the course of arrest, there are officers now being involved other than those indicated to have been put into the team. And these officers are Senior Sergeant Sigei. He was not in the team initially put to investigate this matter. Sergeant Korir and PC Rapudo. Maybe a clarification on at what stage they were involved and with what particular role to undertake in the process. Number two, Chair, which officers among the arresting officers traveled with Citizen Albert Ojwang to Nairobi? Number three, which officers handed him over to the police station for reporting, which you indicate was done by PC Mohammed Ilo Abdullahi? Which officers handed him over? It is important to us. Number four, Chair, which officers took him to Mbagathi, complete with their PC numbers? And then, Chair, there is something that has been explained, but we need more information. IG, this gentleman dies. It is claimed he is found kicking, and it is attributed to self-inflicted injuries, of course now confirmed not. CCTV at Central Police Station, and there are very many of them, appear to be disabled. I'm happy investigations are going on to confirm what records could be available and who could have interfered. But what do you tell those people who say these were not mere coincidences, but clear attempts at cover-up? Lastly, Chair, who is in charge of murder investigations here? Because I see two aspects of investigations going on. One is investigations into the death of this gentleman, which will be a criminal case. And there is also investigations relating to police conduct, because it appears the gentleman died while in custody of the police, and so police could be involved. There are these two aspects. Are they both being conducted by IPOA, or there is an aspect IPOA is dealing with and an aspect the police is dealing with, and if so, to what extent? Chair, I thank you. Safe to say, Chair, that there are questions we would rather direct to entities other than these people. We want everybody who was involved in this death to be apprehended and to face justice in its fullest. Just as also we don't want anybody who might not have been involved to be brought in. So could you be circumspect? And in doing so, I ask my question, why is it that to date, people have not been taken to court? Because listening to you, prima facie, there are people who should be in court by now. And I'm saying this, Chair, because unlike the other house where you were for a whole day yesterday, you know the powers of this house over you. Why are you coming before us before you take people to court when from your evidence we can see people who can be presented, even just to be held before the conclusion of investigations, and people who could be interfering with evidences outside there? From the material you give us, why have you not taken people to court? And could you assure us before the end of business today, now that you appear before the house that oversights you, and IG, you know our powers over you are not like the powers of where you were yesterday. Can you assure this committee before you leave, that by the end of business today, there will be action from which Kenyans can see that we are not treating the cases of some Kenyans in a different way from others? I thank you, Chair.
So much. IG, I think what Kaluma has raised is very crucial. And just to put it very precisely, is that we have already a list of suspects. I think that's actually to the DCI. What holds you back from having them apprehended, presented to court, and make a plea to court to allow you more time to conclude the investigation, lest they keep interfering with the investigation? Because that is what has happened to majority of Kenyans before. Maybe you cannot respond to that one. It's very key. You have already a list of suspects. Why haven't you apprehended them, present them to court, and ask the courts to allow you time to finish investigation? Yeah, they keep having them freely moving around. They may keep interfering with investigation and cover-ups. Let's say this, Amin, I respond to that one. It's a very straightforward.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Like you have said, this is a fairly straightforward matter. It's not rocket science. I have my homicide detectives. The main function is to investigate matters relating to homicide. In this particular matter at hand, Honorable Chair, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions issued a directive directing the IPOA to investigate the matter and forward the file to his office for his further police advice. Under the circumstances, Honorable Chair, we may not conduct parallel investigations because already IPOA is investigating this matter. And as you can recall, also there was a High Court ruling giving IPOA the exclusive mandate to investigate matters relating to complaints against police. So that's why even in some of the obvious questions, we were not comfortable answering them. And if we start our own investigations, by now we'll have been very far, Honorable Chair. But let's leave it for IPOA to...
Will be coming immediately after you.
Then there was the aspect of the documentations, as asked by Honorable Kaluma. The documentations are many, and I would request that we be given time to compile all those documentations.
Interested with that one,
yeah,
so that we don't miss it out. But I think you had made it a point. Yeah. Kangara, then we go to Okello.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. I'll also be very fast.
Chair, just a short follow-up. DCI. The question, Chair,
give him time, yes.
It was just on the same point, so there would be no point, Chair, to repeat, to come back. The question of investigation, I believe the DPP did not instruct you not to carry out the investigation. And according to the law, the National Police Service Act and the Constitution gives IPOA the power to initiate on its own or on direction an investigation. But at the same time, it allows even parallel investigation. And I think there are cases you can confirm which have been done on a parallel basis, especially because you have the capacity to investigate homicide. So I think that bit maybe is something that, as far as this committee is concerned, to get to the truth, it's important you use the power you have to investigate the homicide.
Thank you, Honorable, for that question. We have cases in point, Honorable Chair. Before I was appointed the DCI, I was the Director, Internal Affairs Unit. And the main mandate of the IAU is to investigate complaints against. And we will investigate cases. I remember I investigated a murder allegedly committed by police officers in Kisii. But when we were at the middle of the investigation, the DPP directed that we forward the file to IPOA to take over the investigations. So that is the kind of parallel investigations we are trying to avoid. And for this particular case, it was very clear, in as much as it is a mandate, the DPP directed IPOA to investigate the matter. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, two straight questions, Chair. One is that when Eliud Langat reported the matter to DCI, after your investigations, you arrested one Kevin Moinde, and it is Moinde now who mentioned 4 other people. Can you tell us why you decided, out of the 4 people who were arrested by Moinde, to arrest Albert Ojwang and not the other 3? Can you also tell us at what stage Kevin Moinde was released from custody? The other one, I think probably Masara was talking about the same. This matter was reported on 4th. A team was formed on the same day. You went and got a statement from Eliud the same day. You wrote to CAK the same day. They replied the same day, and the following day you're already in Kisii to do the arrest. Yes, can you tell us why? And that's why I think Masara was asking about the timing, because you know the events and the following being done in the same day is definitely questionable. The last one is that from the report by the IG, OB number 09/08/06/2025 at 1:39 hours is the OB that released Albert from the police to be taken to Bagadi at 1:39 hours. The same OB, according to DCI, is the OB that reported at 1:35 that Ojwang was kicking walls. But the same OB number, from what you have told us. I'm sure it's in the Hansard. 09/08/06/2025 at 1:35, he was kicking walls in the cells. The same OB in the report that you have given us, 09/08/06/2025 at 1:39, is what released him from the police cells. Can you get a clarification, probably, Chair? And also because DCI was reading verbatim from the electronic OB, can you also get the OB that now released him from the police cell to be taken to Magadi? Thank you, Chair.
I thank you very much, Chair. I am acting on behalf of the complainant, who is the Member of Parliament representing the deceased. And it is coming at a time when, firstly, is to mention that this death has really attracted the wrath of the entire nation. Coming at a time when the IG himself, in the course of his vetting, undertook to uphold the highest integrity within the police service. And you are actually blunt enough to say that there will be no more abductions and no more wanton killings. Bwana IG, either your office or your officers have already walked back on this promise that you made to the country. Is somebody sabotaging your work, or it is the directive and part of your modus operandi within the police service, or you are taking us back to the police force which the new constitution ran away from? And I've got a few questions. At whose behest was the murder committed? Who was going to benefit from the death of this young person? Because the evidence so far, indicated so far, is that it is the police that perhaps committed the murder, or it was done within the precincts of the police station. So who was going to benefit out of the death of such an innocent young person? The other question, because I'm acting on behalf of the complainant, we would want to know what action has been taken so far, apart from interdicting police officers who are actually out there doing whatever they can to either subvert justice or to come up with artificial barricades to prevent IPOA from conducting an impartial, comprehensive investigation. Let me not turn tribal, but we all live in this country. What is the nexus between a Mr. Sigei, a Mr. Korir, a Mr. Talam, and the name that keeps on coming up at the DIG, Mr. Talam? What do they share in common? That all these names are all involved into this issue around the death of Albert. Oh, Langat, the DIG. So I want to know what they share in common. And the autopsy has also revealed what killed the young man, contrary to the assertion of the police that he committed suicide. If the police is as white as they would want us to believe, why lie? At the very least, when this matter came up, has the police unit visited the family to commiserate with them and to assure them of an impartial probe over this matter? Or because he's just a 20-something-year-old boy whose father does not attract any national acclaim, it can be let to pass. I want to give credit to the police for a very swift investigation they carried out when we lost our colleague. And in the next 1 day or 2 days, somebody was appearing before the court of law on this matter, perhaps because he's just a small person. This is the 5th day without any action. The 5th day, and the suspects are known. Their names have been shared publicly. So why? Why the silence at such a critical moment? And again, the CCTV footage, we are told, was deleted, particularly on the times that are under probe. Why would the police delete a CCTV footage if they have no role to play in the death? Why? Those are the questions I'd wanted to ask on behalf of the complainant. I think it's
very crucial questions. And lastly, because members, we have to finish so that we can allow the rest. I think you did.
Chair, mine, the one I asked was just a follow-up to what you raised, Chair.
Okay, so what do you have to
Give
say
me
in
just
1 minute?
an opportunity to ask one question. Chair, I want to ask the question. Who authorized or gave orders for Ojwang, the late, to be moved from Homa Bay to Nairobi? It's a crucial question if we can clarify. I just want to ask.
I think it's not really, the question should have been, why move him to Nairobi? I think we have our police stations all over the country. Wasn't it enough DIG or DCI to have the suspect or Juang or any other being interrogated in Homa Bay? Wasn't it enough? I think that is.
Chair, the question I asked is who authorized? The why is also another question, but the one I've asked, Chair, is who ordered that the suspect,
I'm sure
because Chair, a question has arisen.
I'm asking,
yes,
because you kind of presume that it must have been the interrogation and the arrest, even should have been in Homa Bay, right?
I agree with you, Chair. The framing may be different. Thank you,
so,
Chair.
your point is, you made your point. Vice Chair? Those ones, we should be winding up and try to capture every member's question.
authorized the movement of the late Albert Ojwang from Homa Bay to Nairobi. That movement did not require any authority from anybody. It was just an operational, tactical decision that can be made by any investigating officer. If a person is assaulted for an offense of, or a person is arrested for an offense of assault in Garissa, and that person is supposed to be moved to Nairobi, the IO will not require any authority from anybody. Our standing orders are very, very clear. Our guides to investigations are very, very clear. So, Honorable Chair, these are just tactical issues that does not require any specific instructions. We were treating the issue of the late Albert Ojwang just like any other. Actually, it was just, I even learned of his arrest the following day when I heard his father was dead.
To add on that one, didn't you have facilities in Homa Bay to have him recorded, interrogated there?
Correct. Yeah, but it was not all about interrogation. It was all about arresting and processing him before court. And Honorable Chair, the complaint was made here in Nairobi. Yeah, so that is why. In terms of the efficiency and the speed at which we handle this matter, I really liked the observation by the Honorable member there that it took us almost 3 days to investigate the murder of Honorable Charles Were. And we're very efficient. And we were able to apprehend all the suspects. And we used the same speed, the same zeal, and the same efficiency to make sure that these other culprits are also arrested. So, yeah, so I think that somehow answers your question. So,
Madam Chair, is he confirming that the suspects have been arrested? Are you saying that the suspects over Ojwang's murder have been arrested, or you're talking about Ongondo Were's?
The question was about what was the agency about expediting the DIG Langar's case. And what I'm saying is, and like I said, there wasn't any preferential treatment. The same energy, the same efficiency that we used to investigate the late Honorable Were's murder case is the same speed that we have used to investigate the complaint of cyber made to us by the DIG KPS. And like I said, Honorable Chair, it's not the first time that the DCI is expediting cases. We have resolved several other cases, similar cases in the past with the same speed. So, and that of DIG Lagat is one among the many statistics and the cases that the DCI was able to resolve expeditiously. Thank you.
When the other three are still, the other three were
Go on.
and you're still.
Go on. Okay, last question. Try to do it under 2 minutes, then Kangara. I think Kangara was it was the issue of time again. There will be, and I think members, I did ruled that on the issue of OB and the entire sequence, we are going to be providing